Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. It is Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans. Today I am getting started with our budget setup for the paycheck on July 26th. It is our second paycheck of the month. We are paid bi-weekly, and I'm actually doing this video quite close to payday, so I have done a lot of sort of messing with this already. So it's a lot more specific and things are a lot more moved around than they oftentimes are in my budget with me. It's because I have a pretty good idea of what I've got going on so far. And, excuse me, so might as well jump in. Let's start with my income. My income should be pretty close to accurate. I am budgeting $1265.38. My husband's paycheck is a little bit more variable, so it's not more variable. I just don't know the amount yet. So this is his second paycheck at a new wage, but his hours were off. So the first paycheck in July, it wasn't all 80 hours at the new wage because it switched July 1st. So it wasn't the whole pay period at that wage. Plus, I do know that he got called in on Friday, and when they get called in for any amount of time, it's an automatic 2 hours. So he got 2 hours of overtime. So I truly don't know what his paycheck is going to look like. So I have it budgeted at $1,500. Which is like $8 less than it was last pay period, because I think he had an extra half hour on it, maybe for some reason. I think he had a half hour of something. Anyway, so this is just a guess to get us going. So that puts our income at $2,765.38. That is all we are budgeting to start out. So if we come down to fixed expenses, I have nothing going towards donation with this pay period. For our HELOC payment, which is our minimum debt payment, I budget $500 for. Our cell phone, I budget $197. For life insurance, that's $131 per pay period. Nothing for the before school program. I'm not budgeting for car insurance right now. Half of the internet is $25, and then daycare is actually less than normal, so that is $386.60. So my oldest kiddo went to it's like I guess it's like a like Bible camp type thing at our church, or also at his school for the last week. And, so he was there a very minimal amount of hours, and I assumed that I would still get charged the full amount because it is a, part-time, full-time, rate from 1 to whatever hours, but they did just charge me kind of a drop-in rate for what he was there, so that was less. And so I'm taking that right out of the budget there, so we can use that for something else. So our fixed expenses add up to $1,239.60, and if I subtract that from the $2,765.38 that we started with, that leaves me with $1,525.78 left to budget. So now we will pop down to our variable expenses. We pull $280 for groceries every 2 weeks, $100 for eating out, nothing for beauty, $60 for drinks, $70 for allowance because I've only been pulling my husband's allowance and I'm doing something different with mine, nothing for work meals, I guess I only budgeted $15 for car wash this time, Amazon subscriptions added up to $120.88 if I mathed correctly. We get household stuff there, so toilet paper, paper towels, Kleenex, deodorant, soap, dishwasher pods, the like jet dry stuff for the dishwasher, some vitamins, collagen that I put in my coffee, deodorant if I didn't say that. So all sorts of household type necessity, like garbage bags, mop thingies that I use, like just the regular Swiffers, and then I have like the dry cloths and the wet ones, like those come every so often. So the amount of the subscriptions changes because some things come once a month, some things come, once every 2 months, some come once every 6 months, things like that. So it's kind of all over the board what the actual amount each month is going to be. $5 towards reading incentive for my son to read over the summer, not going well. $6 for donuts. $1 per kid to put in the little donation thingy for the coffee and donuts to get a donut after church. So that's $1 per kid per Sunday of the pay period. So variable expenses are $656.88. If I subtract that from the $1,525.78 that was left to budget, leaves me with $868.90 to budget. And I'm moving that amount then as we go up to sinking funds. So in Christmas, we do $25 per pay period that just goes into our online Christmas sinking fund. For LP, that is saving up for our winter heating costs, and I already have quite a credit. So I'm just kind of leaving that for right now. We are doing the 100 envelope challenge, electronically to go into our high yield savings account. So we're doing envelope number 6 this time. For kids, I put in $20 per pay period into just the online kids sinking fund. 25 to vehicles. I'm doing 50 for gasoline, which we buy in or pay for in bulk. I lied. Okay, so I lied over here. I said there was nothing for car registration. Oh no, there isn't. That was another lie. Crap. Okay, so 52-week challenge. We do 53 per pay period, and it goes into our emergency fund online right away. There's the plan there. I think I cut out, while we're covering daycare, I took out all saving in the medical account. My husband's flex did start over July 1st. So obviously the reason that I started the medical sinking fund is because my flex, they quit offering it. My benefits go from January to December. His goes from July 1st to June 30. So I didn't have any flex starting over in January. That benefit went away for my work, but he still has it. So he still has some from the from June that we have like a 90-day run out that we can use it, and then it started over in July. So I'm feeling okay on medical, but I will start again when we're not paying for daycare, just putting a little bit aside just in case. Again, so summer daycare, not saving for that at all right now, pulling out of it instead, actually. And then I usually only save for our vehicle insurance during the first paycheck, but recently I started adding and am now also saving $75 from the second paycheck, just because premiums continue to go up, and even when I save for every 6 months, what I was saving wasn't always enough. So I'm saving $75 for that. So I mean, it is a sinking fund, but it's also a fixed expense, but I forgot it over here, so I'm just going to pop it there. And then tattoo, what did I land on? $129, which is my allowance plus a little bit extra, is going into the tattoo sinking fund. And then $335 is going into cash savings challenges to fund sinking funds. Which puts sinking funds at $718. If I subtract that from the $68.90 that we had left, that leaves me with $150.90. So I'm planning on nothing for the buffer, which will still leave me $150.90, and I'm planning on an additional HELOC principal only payment of $150.90, which will then bring me to our zero-based budget. So that is the plan at this point for our July 26th paycheck. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave them here, and until next time, bye.